beer chain.
I'd like to call the meeting to order. Can I have a motion to adopt the agenda 2018, December 18? Councillor Collins, seconded by Councillor Sleep. All in favor? Motion carried. The next order of business tonight, it's going to be a very special night again, our 2019 budget presentation. This is the second budget since this council is coming to office. And we'll open the floor to Councillor Kate Smith, who will deliver tonight's budget. Councillor Smith, thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, fellow councillors and staff and members of the general public who are viewing our 2019 budget presentation on the internet. It's hard to believe that it's been a year since I was here for the first time as finance chair to present our 2018 budget. The year has passed quickly, and I'm glad to report that council has achieved this past year's goals within its projected budget. Our thanks is offered to the members of the community who support our efforts with payment of taxes with a collection rate of current taxes at 96%. This evening, I'm pleased to advise that we are presenting a balanced budget based on past performance and projected requirements for all municipal departments. And I'm even more pleased to say that there will be no increase in the mill rate, even though some properties may see an increase and others a decrease due to a fluctuation in the assessment values imposed by the Municipal Assessment Agency. As per Council's mission statement, we are striving to meet the needs of all citizens in the areas of municipal services, infrastructure development, and community programs, while promoting prosperity through economic activity. Our aim was and is to embrace openness, respect, and fairness for all taxpayers. While deliberating this budget, we feel we have accomplished that goal. I welcome the opportunity to point out the following highlights of this year's projections before delivering the budgetary figures. The Council created a Community Engagement and Communications Committee to provide a public forum for residents to voice their concerns. Public input was sought throughout the year, where suggestions were welcomed from residents on how the town of Placentia could improve delivery of information to our citizens. Input was received and reviewed during budget meetings. Council extends thanks to the members of the public who took part in the process, thereby helping to develop this budget. Our Community Engagement and Communications Committee held several meetings this past year and approved upgrades to our website. The Placentia Aware system remains operational, and we continue to provide electronic alerts as needed. This year, Council introduced live streaming of our monthly public meetings, and for those that do not avail of social media, the hearing is followed by a publication of our municipal minute, which is available at the Town Hall. All the foregoing is Council's effort to remain transparent and accountable to our residents. I am pleased to report that Council was able to make some reductions in administration costs of the town under general government. However, due to legal fees required for supervision of the new wellness center and to deal with legal matters, the projection for these costs will increase the overall departmental administration. We are happy that funding is in place for the next phase of our capital works project. This year, Council will connect Clark's Pond to the Dunville system with funding approved in the amount of $1.8 million. Further to that, we have made application for federal funding to connect Barron's Pond, Gold Pond, and Clark's Pond. If successful, this project will be for approximately $2.7 million. Council has included in this budget its commitment to this additional project. The town endorses community health, wellness, and recreational programs at all its municipal sites and will continue to support other agencies who advocate health and wellness. This past year, a partnership with Placentia Area Development Association resulted in delivery of a very successful and fiscally efficient offering of the summer recreation program. This partnership will continue in 2019 with a grant from the town of Placentia. Community sports and activity groups have united to create a recreation oversight committee to seek funding as a unified group and to develop a schedule of events that recognizes the importance of all public organizations committed to improved recreation activities. Council is delighted to be part of the plan to install a splash pad at the town of Placentia Regatta site. This will be 100% funded through a grant from AFIVA, applied for and awarded to a local community group. This budget has approved funding to ensure that maintenance of all town-owned facilities, playgrounds, green spaces, roads, etc., are maintained to safe and superior standards. Our arena has undergone noteworthy improvements to its ammonia plant, storage facilities, and public areas for the safety and use of its workers and patrons, which was supported in part by a grant applied for by the town, which reduced the outlay of taxpayer dollars. This proactive maintenance will be implemented throughout 2019 with plans for other upgrades and cost-saving efficiencies as they are identified. Tourism events continue to play a large part in the economic development of the town of Placentia. Countless visitors are invited to take part in our annual Voices of Placentia Bay Festival and to visit the many historic sites in our area, such as Voices of Placentia Bay exhibit, the Great Beach Boardwalk, or the O'Reilly House Museum, to name a few. We have a renewed interest in our archaeology program, and staff have been working with the re-energized Placentia Area Archaeology Committee to revitalize the Fort Louis site. Council will continue to provide in-kind support of their efforts. Our Cultural Arts Centre continues to flourish with a broad range of performers, parties, and events being hosted at that venue. The success of the Placentia Area Theatre Heritage contributes significantly to the arts and entertainment of our tourism plan, and the town is pleased to support their activity by maintaining a high level of product delivery equipment like sound and lighting to ensure the maximum pleasure of performances for them and all users. To tie all our many tourism assets together, the town, with funding from other levels of government, is embarking on a new signage program with stationary and technological features. These features will help visitors to the community identify our sites as well as our local amenities. This program will see our council realize a project value of $181,764 with a total commitment from the town of $18,176, which is committed in the current budget. The umbrella for our volunteer fire department is our Public Safety Committee. The fire department continues to provide second-to-none fire protection and response services with their approval. The town is supporting the purchase of firefighting equipment such as self-contained breathing apparatus and bunker gear as it did last year, and is budgeting for replacement of additional protective clothing again this year. In addition to supplies and materials, monies are also allocated for training to ensure that all firefighters are afforded the opportunity to maintain certification levels. Traffic calming measures are taken, and the town will continue to work closely with the RCMP and the Husky Committee to ensure that road rules are adhered to for the safety of our citizens. Maintenance of radar speed signs and posting of stationary signs will be part of this initiative as well. Council was pleased to invest in paving last year and has once again allocated a significant portion of the Public Works Department's budget for road improvement work. Beautification of our community is top priority for Council. We are very fortunate to enter into a partnership with the provincial government to effect brush cutting, drain clearing, and ditching work on provincial roads. We are making allocation for this partnership to continue in 2019, and we are requesting a further funding allocation to this purpose. We continue to lobby the province for improvement to their paved road service as well. The town's waste collection initiative has reduced expenses approximately $30,000 per annum. This is evidence of good fiscal management while keeping local residents employed. The number of dilapidated properties in the community will be dealt with. Funds have been budgeted to start the process of seizing and removal of some of the buildings that are unsightly and/or safety hazards. This council is committed to addressing the issue. Council has approved funding to upgrade our pumping stations, maintain buildings, operate water facilities, provide waste collection services, implement energy efficiency measures at our buildings, and to deliver response to any issues that arise in our Public Works Department. We are most pleased to announce that today members of various levels of government and community groups attended a public announcement that the Placentia Wellness Center project has been approved at a cost of $9 million. This is a most welcome announcement. In addition to that, we have been successful in obtaining approval for $1.8 million from the provincial and federal governments to move forward with the next phase of our integrated water supply project, which is connection of Dunville water lines to Clark's Pond. We have also made an application for federal funding to connect Clark's Pond, Barron's Pond, and Gull Pond together and to upgrade the Clark's Pond pump house at a total cost of $2.7 million. The next couple of years will be very busy in this municipality at council, and staff workers work hard to make Placentia the place on the Avalon to live, grow, and invest. This budget is prepared with good fiscal management, exercising the efficiencies in all departments, without any change to our tax structure. Mr. Mayor and fellow councillors, I present the budget for 2019 as prepared by Finance Committee and Town Management for your consideration and approval. So our expenses, general government, $1,006,744. Protective services, expense $186,511. Transportation, $983,589. Environmental health, $967,013. Planning and development, $70,287. Public engagement, $35,000. Recreation and culture, $489,077. Fiscal services, $991,725. And capital, $1,574,488 for a total 2019 budget, $6,304,434. So as Chair of the Finance Committee, I now move the adoption of 2019 budget in the amount of $6,304,434.
Moved by Councillor Smith, second the motion. Councillor Fitzpatrick. Any questions on the budget, the motion?
Comment?
Any comments on the budget? You want to make some comments?
For me, I guess being around the field, I'd like to make comments. Watching, I guess anybody's reading the news the last couple of days with other municipalities, a lot of people are raising bill rates and raising certain things. We've held the line on water and sewer, and we're after spending a considerable amount of money in the last year on that stuff. So anytime, like you said, you see a budget where council is presenting something that we're not increasing mill rates, increasing taxes, it's a good news budget. It's not perfect by any means. You're not going to get it. I never see a budget that was perfect and everybody got what they wanted. But I'm quite pleased that council and the staff is able to come together and bring a budget like this one forward to that'll benefit the residents of Placentia.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. I guess you're going to be supporting the motion and the budget.
As Chair of the Finance Committee, I now move the adoption of 2019 tax structure as presented and reviewed by council.
We'll do a motion on the budget first, okay? Okay, thank you, Councillor Smith. No other questions? All in favour of the motion to adopt the budget? Motion carried. Okay, Councillor Smith, your tax structure.
Real property tax, same 6.2 mils. Commercial property tax,
Do you just want to introduce the tax structure, or will we go through the text? Do any changes or request to change?
motion.
Is the motion to
Move the adoption,
approve the tax structure
as presented.
as presented? Second motion, Councillor Collins. Right? Any questions or concerns? All in favour to adopt the tax structure as presented by the Finance Committee? Those against, motion carried. Thank you very much, Councillor Smith. That concludes our budget presentation part of tonight's meeting. I'd like to thank Finance Committee and thank all committees for their involvement in the budget preparation and staff and the work here to get done. And yes, it's really great that we can still maintain a level of service without having the increase to taxation through the mill rate or other taxes. So to move on, we have some housekeeping items. First off, I'd like to offer some condolences. Before we begin the regular meeting, I'd like to acknowledge the passing of former councillor Jamie Neville's father yesterday. On behalf of colleagues on council and staff in town, we certainly offer our condolences to all members of the Neville family. Congratulations are extended to a number of residents who received the Senate Sesquicentennial Medal on December 17th from Senator Fabian Manning and Senate Speaker George Fiore. The medal was created in commemoration of the 150th anniversary of the Senate of Canada and is presented in recognition of valuable service to the nation. The town of Placentia's fire chief, Wayne Power, was among 20 individuals province-wide who received and were honored at this ceremony for their volunteer and emergency services or dedicated services. Residents of Placentia who received the medal for their contributions in their respective fields were Ken Collins, Dennis Kendall, Bill Neville Jr., and Con Parsons. The town of Placentia extends its sincere thanks to the fire chief for his years of dedicated service with the Placentia Volunteer Fire Department and congratulates all medal winners and recipients for their achievements in their chosen fields. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Congratulations are also extended to Tri-Ben AAA girls hockey team on their recent gold medal performance excuse me, at the kickoff tournament held on the Southern Shore. Hardy Fitzpatrick, a local, was the sole representative of this area on the team, and congratulations to Hardy and her team members. We have a proclamation to be read. Eating Disorder Awareness Week, February 7, 2019. Whereas an eating disorder is a serious mental illness with often devastating physical implications. Whereas eating disorders affect many individuals and families in the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. Whereas recovery from an eating disorder is a journey that includes support from families and caregivers. Whereas the Eating Disorder Foundation of Newfoundland and Labrador is a leadership advocacy group dedicated to promoting support, treatment service, and providing public support services and information about matters relating to eating disorders. Whereas February 1st to 7th, 2019 is dedicated across Newfoundland and Labrador and the entire country as a special time when many educational and awareness activities take place to help raise the level of understanding of eating disorder prevention, treatment, and recovery. Whereas the theme for Eating Disorder Awareness Week 2019 is Eating Disorders Can't Afford to Wait. Therefore, I, Bernard Power, Mayor of the town of Placentia, do hereby proclaim February 1st to February 7th, 2019 be observed as Eating Disorder Awareness Week for the town of Placentia. Moving on with our agenda, I'll ask for a motion to adopt the minutes of November 20, 2018. Moved by Councillor Fitzpatrick, second by Deputy Mayor Pearson. Any questions or errors or omissions in the minutes? A question, Councillor?
No, it's just for the record, so there was, it's probably just a copy and paste error, but in a couple of motions, there's some names there of people who actually left the room. So we have a couple of motions.
Okay, yes, I'm certainly sure, Councillor Power.
Motion 18-376, that was the one where I myself declared in conflict, and it was carried as myself being a voter. So I just wanted that corrected.
Okay, Councillor 376.
And there's another one, motion 18-382. Councillor Hines declared a conflict, and I have to should here as indicated that voted in favor.
Okay.
18-383, Mayor Pearson left the room in conflict in that particular item, and he's there as putting the motion forward, as well as voting on the motion.
Okay.
And as well as the next, there's another one as well, the same thing.
Just keep going, we have to point out.
18-384, Deputy Mayor has numbered the motion forward, but he had not been in the room at the time. Motion 18-385, Deputy Mayor Pearson, and he also was indicated as being a voter, and he wasn't here. So, just wanted to make sure that's corrected. So,
Yes.
especially with conflict isn't talking.
Yes, it's great to point out that it's nice to see that your due diligence, Councillor Power. and certainly sure to adapt it with the errors and omissions. Does everybody agree with the errors and omissions? Certainly, it's a reflection of the true record. So I'll ask for a motion with the errors and omissions as outlined by Councillor Thomas Power. Motion to adopt the minutes. Any further questions? Motion's on the floor. All in favour? Those against? Motion carried. Thank you very much. Next business arising from the minutes of the November 20, 2018. There was one business arising. Business arising on the Public Works Committee report. There was a motion made to approve the town to present its new permit application forms, which was reviewed and circulated for council's review to be adopted. Some councillors wanted some further time to review the new forms and the new application, the forms. And so tonight I'll ask for council to make a motion to accept the new permit application forms reviewed by committee and circulated. So moved by Deputy Mayor, second by Councillor Collins. Any questions on the application forms? All in favour? Motion carried. The next one, we had some new business. The new business is in light of the recent budget, which is just presented by Councillor Smith. We also need a motion to borrow 20% municipal share for the funding of our project that's already approved and ready to go to tender for the phase of Dunkel's water system, which is approximately $360,000. So I'll ask for a motion to approve to borrow the 20% municipal share of funding at an estimated value of $360,000 for Clark's Pond connection to Dunkel project number 17 MYCW-18-00042 and 17 SCF-19-00129. Moved by Councillor Smith, second by Councillor Hines. Any questions? All in favour? Motion carried. Thank you very much. Next is the action sheet. Has anybody any questions or concerns on the action sheet? Hearing none, we'll move forward to the new business is done, the committee reports. First committee report will be the executive committee. The executive committee met on December 10, 2018 in attendance myself as chair, Deputy Mayor Keith Pearson, Councillor Kay Smith, Mary Green, acting CAO, and Ms. Gear, executive assistant recording. The executive committee has no motions to present for tonight's meeting. However, there was discussion about the repairs to the flanges and Orchid Drive wall. Residents have noticed a concern, the drive wall, the flanges. There's some flooding issues. It appears to be close to proximity to the post office and other areas. Public Works Superintendent Mr. Green will be addressing those and getting the flanges repaired in the very near future. There's also some discussion about energy saving cost measures, particularly at the arena with the use of a brine pump that's running 24/7 while it's there, looking at getting that into an automated system. And there was some further required some siding repairs for the fire hall, which sustained some damage during the latest windstorm. The other part was discussed at the executive committee was the collections. As outlined by Councillor Smith, the town presents its collection rate for 2018 is 96%. That's really certainly a great collection rate. You know, where staff has been directed and to set up, take whatever available measures are available to settle any outstanding balances on accounts. This will be including certain collection agencies, water shut-offs, garnishments of rents, etc., in order to get our full taxation. We do thank the residents of Placentia, 96% collection of 2018. There certainly can be done without your dedicated residents as well. And job well done, and thank you very much. Next, there was a meeting with Minister Gamble Walsh. Minister Gamble Walsh, there was some discussion about the Dunkel Road, the paving of the road, which was, put in a little deplorable more condition following the last capital works project. However, there's been some discussions with the department, and I've actually brought the notice to the Premier myself, discussions about trying to get that road being paved in light of the heavy traffic and the multi-use now associated with the Husky project. Minister Gamble Welsh and Minister, she's going to speak with ministers as well. We're certainly going to try to get that part of the road repaved again in the upcoming season and lobby accordingly. Transportation and Works Depot, there was a request made to Minister Gamble Welsh to get the upgrade done to the Transportation Works Depot in Southeast. The interior and exterior are dilapidated and needed attention. The minister has agreed to look at this. There was also a concern to try to get the depot reverted to a year-round depot. Further discussion was the Wellness Centre Pool, which obviously today was a great announcement, through the collaboration of the federal government, the provincial government, Minister Gamble Welsh, the MP McDonald, the Lions Club, and everybody out there. Today's announcement of a $9 million facility for Presentia is greatly good, and it shows that the dedication and cooperation of people results can happen. Next was some support of Argentia taxation. There's some ongoing taxation discussion with the port. It's going to proceed further into the new year. And that was it for the grant from the town of Presentia. Last year we had a $50,000 grant from Transportation Works, as outlined by Councillor Smith, and the town has certainly done a lot of great work with the community. We've received great reviews on the cleanup of the projects, and council is committed to again try to seek further funding in 2019. Nothing else is from the executive committee, so we'll move on to the finance committee report. Councillor Smith, thank you.
The Finance Committee met on December the 11th, 2018. In attendance was Deputy Mayor Keith Pearson, Councillor Jamie Fitzpatrick, he is chair, and from the staff, Mary Green, CAO, and Debbie Gear, recording. Finance Committee made the following recommendations. The council approved the accounts payable transaction journal dated December the 7th in the amount of $8,601.40.
Moved by Councillor Smith, second. Councillor Collins. Any questions? All in favor? Motion carried.
The council approved the check register for the operating account dated December 7th, 2018 in the amount of $136,931.87 for checks numbered 027236 to 027324.
Moved by Councillor Smith, second. Councillor Hines. Any questions? All in favor? Motion carried.
The council approved the visa statement expenditure for the period October the 30th to November 27th, 2018 in the amount of $699.86.
Moved by Councillor Smith, second. Councillor Collins Power. Any questions? All in favor? Motion carried.
The council approved a one-time interest adjustment of $1,752.06 to account BROWE 001. The principal on the account has been paid in full.
Moved by Councillor Smith, second. Councillor Hines. Any questions? All in favor? Motion carried.
The council approved a one-time interest adjustment of $450 to account EIMSK 001. The interest was applied while negotiations were taking place, and the principal on the account has been paid in full.
Moved by Councillor Smith, second. Councillor Fitzpatrick. Any questions? All in favor? Motion carried.
The council approved a business tax adjustment to account 734-27001 in the amount of $130.52. Notification that the business ceased operation in 2015 wasn't received until November the 21st, 2018.
Moved by Councillor Smith, second. Councillor Fitzpatrick. Any questions? All in favor? Motion carried.
The council approved the payment of expense claim in the amount of $1,450 for fire and light safety inspections conducted from May 15, 2018 to September 21st, 2018.
Moved by Councillor Smith, second. Councillor Hines. Any questions? All in favor? Motion carried.
The council approved the total payment of $4,699.91 plus HST to Silent for the repair of the Public Works Department's lift station pumps.
Moved by Councillor Smith, second. Councillor Fitzpatrick. Any questions? All in favor? Motion carried.
And that's it, just to say that our municipal grant was received.
Municipal services.
Operation grant.
Thank you very much, Councillor Smith. We'll move on to the Public Works Committee. Deputy Mayor Pearson.
Public Works Committee met on December 11th. It was myself, Councillor Hines, Councillor Collins was working. Staff members were Mr. Green, Public Works Superintendent, and Ms. Geared under reporting. Following recommendations were made. The council approved the application from Stephen and Susan Bartlett to construct a new house and garage at number 8 Kelly Crescent, Sally's, pending approval from all other government agencies. So moved.
Moved by Deputy Mayor, second, Councillor Collins Power. Any questions? All in favor? Motion carried.
The council approved the following vendor permits for the Potential Mall. A. Loretta Cuddle Vape Campaign to sell tickets, Sorrel Rise Photography to sell photos, and Jake Griffiths to sell jewelry. So moved.
Moved by Deputy Mayor, second, Councillor Hines. Any questions? All in favor? Motion carried.
I got a question on the next one, actually. Since the last meeting, the next one, the person who got this application actually works for me. Would that matter? For conflict?
I don't see any leeches again if you were, but, we can, we'll just question and ask, to council. If anybody feels that there's a conflict, you don't feel that personally as the chair.
Works with you.
He works with me. He works, this is not personal.
Okay, just Deputy Hugh, y'all speak down. Just the matters on there, I don't feel I'll make a chair, just support of the council. All in favor that there's no conflict? Okay, no conflict, Councillor or Deputy Mayor Pearson. Right?
Council approved the application for mobile massage therapy for a 1 month vendor permit for the potential area. The applicant will be invoiced for an annual business tax in January 2019. So moved.
Moved by Deputy Mayor, second by Councillor Fitzpatrick. Any questions? All in favor? Motion carried.
We talked about the on-street parking and ticketing. Residents reminded now that we're in the snow clearing season. It's very hard for contractors to clear the roads fully when people are parked on the side of the road. So we asked that people would obey that law, and that way we won't have to give them out tickets. Radar signs, we're going to move some of them around temporarily. On the bottom of the Jersey side, there's going into the bridge, quite high speeds coming into the bridge there. So we're moving them around like we talked about before. Probably a good area too to get it off the road because there was some damage being done in certain other areas. Fire hall damage, there was some siding, so we're checking into that. We talked about the flanges. We're going to look at, there's some issues with the heating system in town, we're going to look at that. Other than that, there's not much else. No, just talk about, I just wanted to mention about the chlorinator system. We probably 2 months ago approved the chlorinator system at $22,000, correct? That was the initial, but since then, Mr. Green, superintendent, we actually went out and done some more digging to make sure we're getting good value for our money. That was reduced down to $15,000 after doing some digging, checking with other municipalities on a simpler system that worked for other places and it's not many moving parts. So that's the stuff that's good to see, that we're going out doing our due diligence and the savings are recognized in our budgets, and you can see that this year with everything, just some of the stuff that's being done. So I just want to highlight that because I want to say good job, and it's good to see that people, we're frugal with people's money.
And it's great to see that, our supervision managers are actually spending the money and being frugal and responsible with the money, because it could easily be acceptable there to spend money without, actually giving consideration due diligence. And Mr. Green, certainly sure, it's good to see such initiatives being taken, and thank you very much. That's it for Public Works. We'll move on to the Public Safety Committee report.
Public Safety Committee report took place on December 10th, 2018 with myself present, Councillor Collins Power, and Councillor Jane Hines. And recording staff was Mary Green, acting CAO, and Debbie Gear, Staff present was the CAO, acting CAO, and Debbie Gare for the report. Just a further update on the radar signs. We had some discussion on that. Some of the signs have been taken down for maintenance, and we'll be putting them back up intermittently once the forecast, like we see that there's problems with forecast, we will be taking them down, but there is some maintenance to be done on them. Fire Department Collins, there's several there. There are others, and a few more since this report, since we had our meeting. We have that there. Also, a fire truck, the Pierce pumper had to have a repair done to the air reservoir tank, which is now completed. Let me see, the RCMP report is there. Few changes there in the reports, and we see that the police are certainly out on the go, with the report that they've handed in to us there lately. Let's see, and a bus shelter, we're going to relocate a bus shelter to Gilwell Street here in Placentia, because we do have several children down there in that area that we need to provide a bus shelter to. And that was before my committee report for this one.
Thank you, Councillor Towns. And in the report, the RCMP monthly report is there as well. And you will see, there's been concern all expressed that the traffic on the Route 100, the speeding is still up. But obviously through the report, you'll see that, ticketing is being done, and, the RCMP are doing a good resident on the road, and they're trying to control. You can never be everywhere 24/7. Certainly sure they're addressing the issue and, trying to calm down and make it a safe place for the residents as well. Thank you, Councillor Smith. Next, the Culture and Tourism Committee report.
We met on December 12th, and I was present as the chair. Councillor Kay Smith was there. Rhonda Power was there as manager of tourism, marketing, and communications, and Catherine Smith was there to record. Councillor Collins was absent due to another commitment. Art Centre update, of course, the Art Centre has been very busy for December. We've taken the things we've learned over the past few months, and we're going to apply them with the new policies and new clear information for the folks who are going to be using it. Convent assessment, we had a convent assessment done. There's a lot of work needs to be done. We're not ignoring it. We're going through the processes that are going to have to take place to do anything with it or make some decisions. And we're going to be meeting with other people that will help us with that early in the new year, probably January, early February. The Irish folks that are going to be visiting here next summer, with the WestJet cancelling flights from Ireland, they had a little bit of wiggle room and are looking for help for their flights and stuff as well. But they're still keeping to the dates for now, August 26th to 28th, and we're going to be looking for community, not sponsorship, but community hosts for that as well. Like the square was great, the Santa Claus parade was a great success. The next big thing we have coming up is the Mummers Parade, which is scheduled for December 30th at 2 p.m. We realized last year it was going on, it was dark, and some of our seniors in the homes were already retired for the evening. So we're going to do it in a safer time of day at 2 o'clock and drop a soup afterwards, and it should be good. Some of us are already mummer. Placentia 350 update. Placentia 350 is going to be having our AGM in January, and we're going to be having a look at our mandates. In such a successful community group, making sure that we're staying true to what the whole purpose of the committee was. Maybe a name update to kind of bring it forward and get it ready for the next 10 years of successful running of the Voices Festival in conjunction with the town. And so we're good for this year and looking forward to next year.
Thank you very much, Councillor Lyons. Next, the Recreation Committee report. Councillor Fitzpatrick.
Recreation Committee met on December 11th. In attendance was myself as chair, Councillor Collins Power, Deputy Keith Pearson, joined by conference call. Manager of Recreation and Community Program was present, as well as Ms. Smith as recorder. We were discussing some in relation to the budget for the last couple of meetings, but some highlights. We don't have any recommendations. Some highlights from the meeting are will be free skates for the schools coming up for St. Anne's and Val. I think St. Anne's is actually tomorrow. There's a reduced Christmas rate at the arena. this year. So during I have to think of the dates now. It's this Sunday. This Sunday until 23rd, I should know. The 23rd until the 5th of January, there will be a reduced rate at the arena of $75. We reviewed past bookings for this time of year, and our bookings are very low. So to encourage people to take advantage of the arena and the facility, and speaking with the manager today, the bookings are actually on from last year. So hopefully that over the next few days, that'll increase. We talked about some improvements.
Just back to the point, I think if we're going to look to reduce the rates or something there, maybe we'll need a motion. It's something that was painted through the committees out there just to do. It's my understanding that it's based on utilization. There's low utilization at these times that we're doing. We're not going to get into actually a reduced rental instead. Is that the case? Like we've identified that these are slow periods and slow times, and we're just trying to encourage some utilization.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we'll probably need a motion to increase that. We are talking about changes to. Okay, so just ask for a motion by Councillor Fitzpatrick to have the reduced rates as outlined by the committee for December 23rd to January 5th. Okay, moved by Councillor Fitzpatrick, second by Councillor Smith. Any questions? All in favour? Motion carried.
We talked about, it's been identified the hot water tanks up in the arena there's 3 hot water tanks, and because of utilization of and the demands on the hot water tanks, we maybe have to look at commercial water tanks for that area. But that'll be something that'll be discussed as we go forward, and we've brought back to the council as a whole to determine whether or not that's feasible.
Maybe we should, if the engineers are going to be out in the near future, we should probably just ask the engineers would they review that in total.
So the management recreation and community programming is researching that information as well as he's going to give a direction to address some of that with those. Improvements to the arena. It was identified that there was the step at the arena. There's a section of the area for walking that was a little bit unsafe, and one of the staff members actually built a slider step so that the slider step would provide a safer area for individuals to be able to walk around the arena, because we have people walking during the daytime, and that has been installed and done, and can't describe what it actually is, but just for safety reasons. Our Recreation Advisory Committee is moving forward. They're actually in the process of developing their terms of reference, and the manager is working with the committee around that. And the other items have been talked about during the budget speech around the summer program, the SLAG, the wellness center. So a lot of good news with respect to education in this budget. That's it for me. Any questions?
No, thank you very much. Any other questions with the Councillor Fitzpatrick? No, thank you, Councillor Fitzpatrick. Next, community engagement and communication report, Councillor Collins Powell.
Our committee met on December 13th, and in attendance was myself, Councillor Fitzpatrick, and Councillor Collins was available to other committees. And with regard to staff, Manager of Tourism, Marketing and Communications, Rhonda Power, and our recorder was Ms. Catherine Smith. We don't have any particular recommendations from this committee, just a couple notes. We will be posting some holiday safety tips on the social media, so residents can just be aware of those during the holiday season with regard to Christmas lights and ice and snow, things like that. Budget, just to let residents know that budget consultation feedback, we reviewed those with regard to this particular budget, and we thank those people who came forward and either came to our session or submitted. And our budget presentation will be scheduled a date of February the 5th at 7 p.m. So we'll have that available and present that to our residents, and people would like to come and listen in on that. And that was really about it for this particular meeting that we had.
Thank you, Councillor Thomas Power. Next, we'll move on to correspondence. Various correspondence you have in front of you. Excuse me. Any questions related to the correspondence? Hearing none. I'll ask for other business of councillors. Move forward, Councillor Hines.
I get to go first because everyone else will say the same thing. I'm going to, on behalf of everybody, I would like to wish everyone a safe Christmas, spend time with family, eat what you like, drink what you like, get a ride home, and just be glad to have each other.
Thank you, Councillor Hines. Councillor Collins.
I echo Councillor Hines's comment there. Also, I just want to remind people, like, I know this time of year here in this area, it's, I notice a lot of people are out in the dark at night going around and asking people to wear reflective vests. It's very easy for a driver to miss somebody who's dressed in dark and end up getting hit by a car. And I'm just asking people to wear some type of reflective vest, not only just this time of the year, any time of the year in the darkness. But coming on darkness at 4:30 in the evening, it's kind of hard. And I also want people to be cognizant of the mental health issues in our area, because we certainly have them. It was just today I was in a discussion with some people on it. So if you see somebody who you think needs medical help, approach them first and just, be kind to them. They're going through a hard time. And if you feel that you need to go a little further, call the RCMP or the helpline number and seek medical advice, or just call an ambulance or something. Just be cognizant of people with mental health issues this time of year. Christmas is hard on a lot of people, but anybody with mental health issues is kind of extra hard for them. So, but otherwise, I wish everybody a safe and happy Merry Christmas. And to all people who have to work the shifts, the Christmas season shifts, you'll get to enjoy your Christmas summer on the season, right? So, and especially my co-workers at the Health Center, I'd like to wish all of them a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. That's it.
Thank you, Councillor Collins. Councillor Fitzpatrick.
Where do I start? Because there's a number of positive things that have happened, especially today and the last number of months with recreation. The Wellness Center, I do want to send a thank you out to all of the town staff for their work on this project, as well as my fellow councillors and the residents of the town, because they were instrumental as well. And I would be remiss in not acknowledging the Lions Club and their role in this for beginning this 10 years ago, and it's finally come to fruition. So it's a pretty positive day, and pretty proud day for those individuals that have been at this for a number of years. We also had the budget, and I would like to commend staff for their involvement over the last year on identifying efficiencies in all departments, because there were significant efficiencies found that saved the town and the residents a number of dollars to within our budgets this year. And I'll echo too, I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and enjoy your time with family and friends, because really that's what it's all about. Okay.
Thank you, Councillor Fitzpatrick. Deputy Mayor.
Just like to talk with the head of the Husky meeting, safety committee. Was early in December, I believe it was the 2nd or 4th. And I just want to thank the local RCMP, and it was recognized at that committee the presence that they have set up in the area of the Dunsville area. And presence is felt, and everybody on the committee recognized that. So I just want to say thank you to them. It's greatly appreciated. It'll certainly make our town a lot safer, and it certainly shows that, they are listening to the public and they are where you need to be, so that is greatly appreciated. With regards to our Public Works Committee for the past year, I just want to thank all Public Works workers, and especially Mr. Green, the supervisor, who came on this year, and the amount of changes and positive changes in tweaking some things and making things more efficient with a work order system that's now being utilized, and more things to come. And when you saw the savings that was realized in Public Works and you look through the budgets, it certainly showed in the organization that they had, and it certainly showed in the numbers, and it certainly showed within the public of the improvements around the town. I want to say thank you for you and the staff for that. So other than that, I just want to wish everybody Merry Christmas around here, and all of our residents also have an enjoyable Christmas. And of course, when you drive, leave them keys home. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Councillor Smith.
I'd like to thank Mary and Debbie and everybody too, in preparation of the budget, on hard work coming through. And to say Merry Christmas to everybody here, everybody out there, and hope Santa's good to everybody.
Thank you very much, Councillor Smith. Councillor Collins Power. You don't believe in Santa.
To echo again off of the comments made this evening, but another thing to keep in mind, and I had this posted on my Facebook, I think around this time last year, and it's the ice. You know, people see snow when they get their snowmobiles for Christmas, and they think it's safe to go out. And I heard it on the news the other day as I was going to work, radio announcer. That's something else to keep in mind. Be sure that the ice level is what you need it to be before you take that quad or snowmobile out on it, because every year we hear that terrible news, you know, that something happened. Christmas season is certainly something you don't want to get that phone call. So just to remind people, especially people going to their cabins and such. Again, as well, like Deputy Mayor had said, the RCMP certainly has, I think, stepped up their presence. I noticed RCMP officer actually this evening on my way in there at the end of Dublin, so it's good to see. And because the highway certainly is seeing a lot more traffic from the Husky employers. As well, the positive spin on the pool. You know, we're just waiting so long for it to come, and it's finally here. I think we just need to be positive about it and put our foot forward and believe it's going to happen. And I think it'll be a good thing for the town. And I think that's what it. Just again, happy. Hope everybody has a safe holiday season. And again, watch out as you're on the road. Don't drive and drinking and driving. Ice is a big thing for me. Hear it on the news.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you very much, Councillor Collins Power. I'd like to just discuss again, yes, the Pool Wellness Centre. This council, now this is our second budget. We've been in the office just over a year. And I'm very pleased, you know, the work, the dedication that this council, you know, to the staff. Obviously, yes, we have challenges, but every council has challenges. But even to take this project, the pool project, the wellness centre, was, you know, 8 years in the making. This council immediately upon being elected, when we met, you know, with municipal affairs, you know, we dedicated and we committed to the project end. And this council has done everything, and we've pushed and we've moved and we've done it through the staff. You know, we've supported this whole project to the day to get to the announcement of this. And it shows that when you dedicate yourself and you're committed, you can make things happen. And of course, without the support of the Lions Club and the locals, you know, even the whole community itself out there. There's going to be some say yes or no, that it's a great project or it's not a great project. But I'll go back again, you know, 25 years ago to building the arena itself. You know, I think it was $1 million was borrowed at that time. And people outcry, you know, $1 million for an arena. Well, when I look back at the 25 years, that arena has brought to this here town an immense amount of, you know, greatness. You know, children, you know, giving them something to play in, you know, sports and programs, and giving them that sense of belonging and so on. It actually grows and helps the community get together. You know, without that, there, the economic impact and the development that it does, you know, to bring it forward. Business probably wouldn't survive a winter here, but in the winter time, you know, without the major projects like Husky, you know, the arena brings the place back to life. You see on the weekend, oh, there's a tournament on the go here weekend, it brings it to life. Even the communication and the camaraderie being dealt with, children know when they meet more friends and more group because they're playing with hockey, then they go off to further education, whatever, they know people everywhere else. The tourism impact, to bring people into our area. Like there's a spin-off. Arenas will never, ever, ever generate revenue that you're going to say, hey, we're making money on the arena. But it's not about a money thing, it's not about a revenue thing, it's about the impact that makes a community part of the community. This council is committed in to take this wellness centre, which is going to be the same impacts. It's going to give us there, it's going to give place there, it's going to give us more stuff to do. It's going to have the same economic impacts and benefits. Yes, it's going to be a $9 million facility. Now, the plan of this year council is once this facility is built, developed, it will be debt-free. We have excellent sponsorship with the Placentia Lions Club. We have community groups, organisations that are coming on side. We're meeting with corporate sponsors that are certainly interested in it as well. We have other agencies that are looking to fund it. So when this project is completed, it is the anticipation and goal of this council to have a debt-free facility. And it's really great to see that we've actually accomplished this. On top of that, the 1.8 million that's now gone into another phase of the Dunville water to try to get Dunville to clean drinking water. There was concern down in the century, when we committed with the pool that we were jeopardizing the Dunville water. We didn't jeopardize the Dunville water. We had a commitment, we had a plan, and we moved forward with the plan. So today, we have a $1.8 million project in Dunville, and we have a $9 million project as well. So I mean, that it's only through the dedication of this council and the ambition and the foresight that yes, now we can plan and we're moving ahead. Then with the support of staff that we are making things happen, which is great. So we also spoke well about Sergeant Barrio and the police force and the president on the Route 100. Sergeant Barrio is very dedicated. He's been in rural communities. He understands rural communities, and him and his staff has certainly supported us and our concerns about the Route 100. And they're doing a great job, and they're deeply committed as well. Next, council staff, right? Certainly fully supportive of everything that we're trying to do, right? There's going to be challenges, as I spoke about earlier. This is a time of year, Christmas is about giving, right? So giving. So I'm going to ask everybody to take a moment over the next few days, take a moment, do an act of kindness. Whether it's holding open the door or, in Placentia, in traffic places, stop and let somebody out through. When you're down by the bridge is a good example. You stop by the bridge, almost everybody lets people passing into the lane. Well, in Placentia, some places in St. John's or other places, you got to wait in traffic. But do act of kindness. This time of year, do a little act of kindness. It certainly helps grow, makes the community a lot better place. So the council staff, managers, fellow councillors, and residents, right? It was truly an enjoyable 10 years so far for me in the term. Wish everybody a very safe, happy, and healthy Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you very much. Meeting's adjourned. Nice.